Economist says the nature of our economy may make our recovery slower. George Hammond of U of A's Eller College of Management says tourism, restaurants, and bars form a big share of our economy here in Arizona and account for about 45,000 jobs. But people are more likely to spend the stimulus on basics like groceries and utilities and wait for luxuries like vacations.
Now, once we get control of the virus and people start feeling more comfortable about going out and mixing in large crowds and getting on airplanes and staying in hotels, eating in restaurants, drinking at bars, then the whatever money is left over and whatever cushion that is provided to people, that's when we'll start to see that start to matter.
And Hammond says it'll be important to see how hard the virus hits Mexico because a lot of Arizona's economy connects to manufacturing there. And there's more assistance on the way this time from the state government. Governor Doug Ducey is looking to help those struggling to pay rent in the COVID-19 economy. He announced today a $5 million assistance program to qualified Arizonans feeling the pinch. The assistance program will launch on Monday. Governor Ducey saying in a statement, we will continue to make assistance and resources available so families can get through this time and get back on their feet. Another group looking to help those in need, the Gospel Rescue Mission. Their drive-through event, Blessings to Go, started yesterday and continued today. The mission's event offers food bags and other necessities to families. The organization is asking for donations as well. Blessings to Go will be held from 1 to 4 in the afternoon every weekday until April 10th. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump says he has invoked the Defense Production Act, but only with one company. He said he's ordering General Motors to make ventilators. The White House says it hopes to procure 100,000 ventilators in the next 100 days. And while the president hasn't fully activated the DPA, the law gives the government more control during emergencies over industrial production. And you can see signs of the coronavirus crisis in the signs that you see as you drive down the road. As KN9 on your side's Craig Smith reports, sign-making businesses had to rush to help restaurants tell customers they're not completely closed.
Coronavirus and all the precautions have turned your world upside down and the business world upside down too. Now, if you're a business and you're still trying to operate, but the way you operate has changed, you need to let your customers know. And for that, you probably need a sign. With the virus spreading fast, orders that forced hundreds of restaurants to go drive-through, takeout, or delivery only happen fast too. Some places proudly improvise their messages to their customers, but a lot of businesses manage to message their patrons with slick, professionally printed banners and do it quickly. Byron PATTON at Fast Signs on Speedway remembers when restaurants learned they'd have to shut down all their sit-down service.
We started getting phone calls and emails requesting quotes for signage and banners, addressing the needs of restaurants to let their customers know that they are open for carry-out or delivery and/or delivery.
So how fast did things have to pick up here?
It was a pretty immediate response.
The virus response led to other signs. The community food bank wanted signs warning people to keep their distance and keep the virus down. Patton says the urgent need for signs related to coronavirus has not really replaced the income that stopped when businesses put their plans on hold. But there are customers looking towards signs that point to better times ahead.
We've got projects in the pipeline, so to speak, that are for businesses that, exterior signs when they open their doors. And so those things are moving forward. There are, people who see that as challenging as this is, we are going to get through this.
And he's looking forward to the day restaurants order signs that say, come in and sit down for dinner. Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.
We turn now to the Pima County Jail. The Sheriff's Department says no one in the jail is confirmed to have COVID-19, but today the Sheriff says they're trying to make sure inmates and staff stay healthy. That starts before people even make it inside. Jail staff has increased medical screening, canceled in-person visitation, and released certain inmates. The department says reducing the number of inmates gives them the space to separate sick inmates.
This is a thoughtful approach to understanding that do we really have to have that person from a public safety standpoint incarcerated right now given the scope of the crisis that we face? And if the answer is no, that person gets released, but it doesn't mean that they avoid all consequence from that criminality.
The department says as of this morning, the county has more than 1,700 detainees. 6 weeks ago, that number was close to 2,000. An update on the Sahuarita murder-suicide yesterday. Police said Stephen Hatch shot and killed his 10-year-old son Caleb and then killed himself. 9 News Side has learned Hatch was going through divorce proceedings and in the process of working out a parenting plan for the couple's son. Schools have been closed for a few weeks, and today some TUSD students got a chance to see their teachers. We'll show you what they did and how they feel about not being in the classrooms. You're watching KGO9 on your side. It's a trend that's sweeping the nation, and we saw it today in Tucson. Elementary school teachers parading in cars in front of their students. As Jason Barr reports, absence has made the heart grow fonder.
A caravan of white elementary school teachers passing by Manzanita Park. And their students greeting them with signs.
Miss you, Miss Fu, Mr. Garcia rocks.
The parade, a way for the teachers to connect in person from a safe distance.
I like my teacher, he's funny.
I think the biggest challenge right now is just communication.
I Skyped with Saguaro High School English teacher Cheryl Waters, who's set to start online classes this week. A teacher who's learning something new.
A lot of different modifying of lessons, rethinking how to give instruction when you're not with the students in person.
Back at the parade, fourth grader Amaya Montano has already started online classes at Banks Elementary.
I actually have a lot of fun doing it.
Why?
Because I get to do a lot of cool things with math. I get to do battles on a game.
Well, I think anytime you're faced with delivery of instruction in a new way, there is an element of enjoyment and creativity, like the problem solving and thinking through how to do that. So that's been fun.
TUSD is making plans for students who don't have online access. KGO9 learning today, the district plans to roll out its lesson plans at a board meeting tonight. Jason Barr, KGO9 on your side.
And teachers showing their creativity. Well, many schools in